Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you're all doing fine. As always, this is the second video of Unit 10, and today we're going to be talking about suggestions as well, making and responding to suggestions and making arrangements to meet in the future. Okay, so the first exercise that we have here says look at the picture and read the first email. Can you guess how Kimiko answered John's questions? So here we have Kimiko, the picture of her, right? Can you guess where she is? She has some paper over there, right? And her laptop. She might be at work or maybe working from home during this quarantine. We don't know, right? And then we have, hi Kimiko, how's your day going? And what are you doing tonight? I'm going to the cinema with Mia. Want to come with us? Joan. So, from looking at the image, can you guess what would be Kimiko's answer? Is she going to say yes? Is she going to say no? What do you think? So let's see. We have, hello John, not a good day at the office. I'm having lots of problems. Yes, let's go out tonight. Text me, I'm in a meeting this afternoon. Right? So she said yes, although she let John know that she is not having a very good day. So maybe she wants a distraction, right, from her terrible day at the office. So we know that's not her house, it's the office, right? Now, here we have some texts that were sent by John and Kimiko, right? So what I want you to do is to read the texts, right? And try to put them in the correct order from 1 to 6. So number 1 for the first text, of course, and then you continue. Remember to pause the video to do the activity. Okay, so are you ready? Let's see your answers. The first text, of course, is this one, right? Number 1. It says, hi, going to see the others at Picture House. Having coffee first at 6:15. Can you come? Then we have number 2, right? Can come for coffee. Stuck at work until 6:30. What time's the film, right? So she's busy until 6:30, so of course she can go at 6:15, right? Then we have 7:30. That's the time of the movie. Meet at 7 outside cinema. She says 7, it's okay, right? Then we have, where are you? We are waiting for you. Sorry, stuck in traffic. Call me after the film. So that was the email exchange. Now, from reading at the emails, at the text messages, try to identify, and I'm going to make it bigger for you. Try to identify who was the one who invited Kimiko to the cinema. Who? John, right? Very good. Who are the ones who had coffee together? John and Mia. Excellent. Who had a difficult day? Kimiko. Who saw the film at the end? Joan and Mia as well, and who couldn't get to the cinema on time. Sadly, right, Kimiko couldn't. Right? Very good. Now, we're going to listen to a conversation between John and Kimiko on the phone, and this is after the film, right? So you're going to identify if it is possible that they meet this week, and you're also going to try to answer these following questions. Where are John and Mia going now? Does Kimiko want to go with them? If yes, why? If not, why not, right? What are Kimiko's plans for Friday and what are her plans for Monday? So we're going to listen now to see if we can answer these questions.
Track 3. Hi, John.
Hi, Kimmy, what happened?
I was stuck in traffic and then I got a phone call from my boss. I told you it was a difficult day.
Yeah, you did. Well, we're walking to Delmonico's now for a pizza. Can you join us?
Thanks, John, but I feel really tired. I think I'll stay at home.
Are you sure?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Well, how about on Friday?
Sorry, but I'm flying to Singapore this Friday.
You're not going for work, I hope.
Yep, for a sales meeting.
So, when are you back?
It's only a short trip. I'm coming back on Monday night. I'll call you for a chat tomorrow, okay?
Okay. Well, have a good evening.
Thanks, John. And enjoy your pizza. And say hi to Mia.
Will do. Bye now.
Bye.
Okay, remember that if you need to listen again, right, you can pause the video, go back and listen as many times as you want. Okay, so the first question says, can they meet this week? Can John and Kimiko meet this week? No, right, they can't. Why? Because Kimiko is busy, right? She's busy, so she can't meet him this week. Now let's try to answer these questions. Where are John and Mia going now? Where are they going? So the answer, we say they are going for a pizza, maybe. Right, or you can also say they are going to a pizza restaurant, probably. Yes? That is question number 1. I'm sorry. Number 2. Does Kimiko want to go with them? Why or why no? Right? Why not? I'm sorry. No, she doesn't because she is very tired, right? Or maybe because she had a bad day at office and that is what she's tired as well, right? And the last one, we have 2 questions here is what are Kimiko's plans for Friday? Well, Kimiko is flying to Singapore this Friday, right? She's flying to Singapore for a sales meeting for work, right? And what about Monday? Well, we say on Monday she is coming back from Singapore. Yes? So those are her plans for the weekend. She has to fly for a sales meeting and then go back. Very good. Let's keep doing the exercise. So the next part, and which is a very important part of this unit, is called arrangements, right? We're going to learn how to use the present progressive or present continuous to talk about the future. Yes? You might be wondering, Miss, what is an arrangement? I haven't listened to this word ever in my life. Well, an arrangement is a plan or preparation for a future event, right? So, if you have something to do in the future and you have planned it before, you have prepared it beforehand, right? That is an arrangement. Yes? So, let's see. Present progressive is also a way of talking about the future that is sometimes forgotten by some learners, right? We can also use the present progressive to talk about the future. So here we have 8 sentences that are using present continuous in its structure, right? If you pay attention to the highlighted phrases, all of these are in present continuous or present progressive. Now, pause the video now, read the examples and try to identify which sentences are about now. We have 2 examples of sentences about now, and which sentences are about the future. Then we have the rest 6. Okay, So pause the video and try to identify which sentences are about now. Are you ready? Let's see. So the first sentence that is about now, it's number 4, right? It says, where are you? We're waiting for you, right? This is probably a phone conversation. Remember we listened to the phone conversation or to the text messages between John and Kimiko, right? And he says, where are you? We're waiting for you. At this moment, we're waiting for you because you are late, right? So we are worried about you. We are waiting at this exact moment. Yes? And the other example is going to be number 5 that says, we are walking to the Monico's now for a pizza, right? And this is pretty obvious because we're using the expression now, right? So we know that present progressive uses cues to be identified. So in this case, we have the word now. At this moment, we are walking, right? So we are talking to you maybe on the phone and we are walking to this restaurant. Now, the rest of the sentences are, of course, about the future. So let's see. Number 1 says, what are you doing tonight? So imagine I am asking you this on Friday morning and I say, what are you doing tonight? Yes. Do you have plans for tonight? Yes. Have you arranged something? And you say, I'm going to the cinema with Mia, right? This is an arrangement. This is something that you have planned. You have talked to Mia, you invited Mia, and she agreed, right? Or you both decided that you wanted to go to the cinema to watch a film. Yes? This is not something you have planned on your own, right? Or a future prediction, maybe? No, this is a plan. Yes? We are having coffee fruits at 6:15. Can you come? So again, we have the time expression, right? When are we going to do it? At 6:15. We have talked about this before, right? I'm flying to Singapore this Friday. So for example, if it's the start of the beginning of the week, right? And you say, okay, this Friday from this week, I'm doing that and that, right? In this case, she's flying to Singapore. And then it says, I'm coming back on Monday night. Again, another expression that reveals that she is talking about the future. Yes? The last one, negation, is as you're not going to work. For work, I'm sorry, I hope. Yes? So he's hoping that this plan that Kimiko has tell him about is not about work, right? So we know that this is also about the future because she hasn't flown to Singapore yet, right? Now, the words time expressions are going to be key in identifying if we are talking about the future or the present. Yes? So, let's see. We have here, it says, look at the underlying future time expressions in the table. Add these expressions to the correct groups. Some can go in more than one group. So here we have. Now, when we talk about time expressions, we also have to talk necessarily about prepositions. Yes? Here we have some of the most common ones are at, on, in, and we also can use this and next. So what I want you to do is to classify these ones from the box, right? And these ones here, right? No, we already have this one. I'm sorry. These ones from the box, try to classify them here, right? Try to look at the examples here. It says that we don't use a preposition when we talk about tonight. We use at to talk about times, on to talk about days, right? This maybe, next, and in. So try to classify them and then we check. Okay, so for no preposition, we can say tonight, or we can also say tomorrow, right? I'm coming back tomorrow. We're having coffee tomorrow. Yes? Then we have at 6:15, or we can also say at 11 o'clock, right? We use at for times, right? For specific times. Yes? Then we have on. We use on with days, right? On Monday night, or we can also say on 12th of March. Yes? On the 12th of March. That's another possibility. We use on to talk about days. So 12th of March is a specific day, right? Then we have the expression this. So we're talking about something that hasn't come yet and hasn't finished. So we can say this year, this December, yes, this Friday, at the end of this week, right? Good. Then next, we can also say next year, maybe next December. And we use the word in when we talk about specific years and months. So we say in December. In December, in the evening, in the morning, in the afternoon. In 1995. I'm going to be preparing some exercises for you on prepositions so you can practice more, okay? Now, let's go to the page 139 to do some more exercises. Okay? Bear with me. Okay, there we have it. So, present progressive for future arrangements. You can use the present progressive to talk about future arrangements, often with a future time phrase or time expression. So, I'm meeting John for coffee this evening. We are flying to Germany tomorrow. So, the form, right, the structure is very simple. We use the subject, verb to be, and then the main verb with ing at the end, right? Check on the presentation on the Aula Virtual if you want to know more about rules and stuff, right? That would be interesting. Now, exercise. It says, complete, let's see. Complete each sentence with a correct verb in the present progressive. Right? So you're going to pause the video now. You're going to choose one of the verbs to complete the gaps and you're going to write it in present progressive. Okay? Don't forget to pause the video now because I'm going to be giving you the answers. Okay? Okay, so let's see what are your answers. I'm going to be writing them down here. So, number one, she, we're going to say number one, she is meeting us. She is meeting us at 6:30 tomorrow night in front of Bellini's restaurant. She, the subject she, we use it with is and then the verb with ing. She is meeting us? We are going to Frankfurt for a conference next month. Sorry, I can't come. I am, right? I am working late tonight. Very good. I think he is getting a taxi to the airport tomorrow morning. I think he is getting a taxi. Very good. I am seeing a film with some friends tonight. Professor Hunt is giving a lecture, right? Giving a lecture, a presentation, a class, right? A lesson, giving a lecture. We are having a meeting on Thursday afternoon, so don't forget to come, right? I am going to the hairdresser this Saturday. They are getting the 10:30 coach to Seattle and I am having a party, right? This is also about collocations, right? So be careful. Remember that for means of transport, we use the word get, right? For a meeting, right? Like a reunion, we use the verb have. Have a meeting, right? Very good. So if you have questions, as always, you can ask me. And the last one, the last exercise is going to be this one. It says put, what am I doing? It says put the words in order to make some questions. Okay, so you're going to be making questions with this, with the structure of the present continuous. Yes. So don't forget that in questions we invert the roles of the structure. Okay. We don't use subjects at the beginning. We use subjects at the end. So pause the video and do the exercises. Okay, are you ready? Let's see. Number one would be, where are you going after this class? Where are you going after this class? Right? Where are you going after this class? Next one would be, what time are you getting up tomorrow? What time are you getting up tomorrow? Are you seeing friends tonight? Are you seeing friends tonight? How are you spending your next birthday? How are you spending your next birthday? What are you doing at the weekend? What are you doing at the weekend? Are you having a holiday in the next 6 months? Are you having a holiday in the next 6 months? What are you doing next week? What are you doing next week? Are you going shopping for food soon? Are you going shopping for food soon? Now, remember that we always have the same pattern when we ask questions, okay? So don't forget about this. We always start with question words, right? Then we include the auxiliary, subject, verb, and complement. And in the complement, at the end of the list, usually go time expressions. Yes, usually we have time expressions at the end of the list. So try to compare this with the rest of the words, right? We have, for example, number 1 says, where are you going after this class? Where is the question word? Are is the auxiliary. You going, of course, if we are talking about the present continuous, we're going to use the verb with ing. Where are you going after this class? Yes. What time, question word, what time are you getting up? That's the verb, getting up tomorrow. And then we have the time expression, tomorrow, right? How are you spending your next birthday? How are you spending your next birthday? Complement, right? Now, the last one, if you pay attention, it says, are, we don't have question words, right? We say, are you going shopping? Shopping is not a verb, right? Is the noun. Going shopping, right? Is the compras. That's the complement of this verb. Are you going shopping for food soon? The time expression, right? So don't forget these rules, and it's going to be a lot more easy for you to make questions every single time. So if you have any doubts about the content, right, don't forget to write me back to my email, and I will see you in the last video of Unit 10. Bye bye.